Alright, everybody, we are back once again, and this time we are going to be looking at Group D. And I was supposed to be joined by Erethias, but things happened.
So we have to settle for the worst.
We have to settle for the corpse again.
Well,
the worst. So in our Group D, this is of course our lighter bracket of them all. Being only 6 players. Those 6 being Kazlarico, Simthir, Evil Shuckle, Dirian, Cat, and Rat Dodo.
I know these players from around the block. These players have been around for quite a while. For maybe Rat Dodo. So I'm actually very intrigued with what Rat Dodo is gonna bring to the table.
I actually played against him quite a bit on the ladder. When I ran into him, he was stuck in the master rank at the time, and I was really surprised by it. He must have. I don't know if he just didn't misplay when he was playing against me, or if he was just running into perfect counter decks every time he tried to climb in the Grandmaster. But he finally managed to do it. I think a day or two before this tournament. So
really interested to see what he does. And then let's also talk about some of the other players. We have Kazlarico, who's your personal favorite player coming into every tournament.
Yeah, guy keeps letting me down every tournament, but not winning them.
We have Cat and Dirian, both very well tourney bets that know each other really well. We'll see if they get to play each other, if Cat can beat Rat Dodo. And we have Smitter, who's also a very strong player. Knows the meta well and knows how to play well. Knows how to play the meta super well.
He plays the meta deck. Every meta. Whatever that meta is, he plays it. Nope. He plays it well.
Plays it well.
Then
Gotta respect that.
Shuckle, I haven't seen in a really long time, so I was really surprised to see his name on the list.
Yeah, but he's an old player. He's really good. Whenever I run into him, he puts up a good fight. I'm very interested to see how he holds up in tourney play.
Yeah. That will be our game 1, Simthir versus Evil Shuckle. That first game is the 33-minute mark?
33-minute mark.
Okay. Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay.
Oh, wait. Hold, press.
Yes, sorry, I saw my frames dip for a minute. So, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
We got a Setsu and Mordor.
Me too.
Setsu could be a very rushy deck. It's Dragon's Nest.
Well, that's definitely a meta deck, and that's what we
but
said.
I think we also probably could expect the big Mordor from Evil Shuckle. So, the Boomer. That's not a very often played card in big Mordor. So we might have something more interesting. We have the Marines come down. Guardian. He's probably going for a mid-range Guardian push, and that won't kill the Guardian.
Dragon, though, it's going to do a lot of damage here. 100 DPS is just sitting there on the face doing work. Another Whelp's going to come in, going to barely miss the black hole.
Does not get caught by the black hole as well. The Guardian goes down, and Drone Buzzers as well. Interesting choice.
Yeah, they're going to face off against a Rampage Whelp that's going to eat an emergency Whelp out there out of Shuckle. Daggerfall's going to clean up the Buzzers, though. Now we have
comes to set to jump with some dragons coming in. Mordor really having an issue. His attack not wound up yet. Black hole, but he doesn't black hole Setsu away. Yeah. Here's the Reap Boomer.
Might be intentional just to get Setsu to continue charging up Mordor up until that Stun Blast screwed everything up for him. Now he's in a lot of hurt here.
I don't think he has an answer. He needs to kill these dragons right now.
There's Guardian. That'll buy a little bit more time, but
he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have that range.
Oh, no.
No. Not like...
Definitely not like this.
uh, just simply played into a bad deck against what he seemed to be running.
Yeah, he had a very ground-based deck there, especially with all those reboomers, and they just they don't do anything against dragons.
Yeah, and then Mortar's auto attack not being quick enough, like even with the and then with the stun blast, just adding an extra layer of problems.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to bring us to a game 2 real quick.
Game 2 really quickly.
Yep, 38-minute mark.
8-minute mark. I got it.
Okay. Ready?
3,
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
And now it seems we have Smitter probably on the control Stormbringer that has been popular. It looks like it so far. But we have a Shuckle on Setsu. What is this Nest or is this some sort of mid-range Setsu deck that I like to see? Well, I personally like to see.
Well, we're gonna find out. It's a Nest.
It's
and
Nest.
It immediately
and
gets
lightning
vaulted.
Right away.
Wow.
Like, nope.
Well, that'll answer the whelp. Oh, stun
oh,
blast,
not in time.
Quite. Yeah. Annihilator. He'll get in some damage on that face, though. That's 40 DPS.
That's good, but here
there
comes
we go. There's Scrat.
Just get rid of him. Probably realizing the Scrat Horde is not a big card in this matchup right now.
Oh boy, Defenso.
Defenso, he goes, he opts for
Blood
this.
Imps.
Play the guild right away. Instead, you could. Blood Imps just used as a card in a Dragon's Nest. Usually you see the Scrap Pack, but Blood Imps are also a very viable choice.
Let's see, cycle that 1 mana faster. Let's see, Setsu coming out. Second Nest drop. Looks like he really wants everything in that one lane. Throws the Rampage right away.
Comes the Marines to answer the Dragons. They were just daggerfalled earlier, so.
Looking for an answer. Go and get a Spirit Mancer behind all this trash here. That's going to make a very big dragon over there.
Very big dragon.
But,
oh god.
Oh no,
oh, no
the last Spirit goes to Setsu. But we'll keep buffing her up and she'll remain a threat on the face of Stormbringer there, requiring Cleaver be played.
Last Mancer finally
Hypnotize. Hypnotize used point blank. That's 300 damage for 4 mana.
Here comes Living Statue. This is a Living Statue, but now Shuckle is very low right now.
And he's got one heck of a push coming into him. And Defenso by a little bit of time. Blood Imps. Oh,
and then there's the Imps too.
Not quite quickly played enough. And Setsu's gonna go face.
He's trying to go for some damage here, but these Marines are just bullying his face right now. That's not what you want. Lightning Bolt
wins the 1 and 4 and gets a Nest.
Succubus.
2 and 4, I guess.
But
she's going bottom.
Problem.
She's not stopping that Living Statue. He only needs a couple hits.
Living Statue had
Ghost
to black hole it away.
Answer the Succubus and the Nest.
Unblast just to get one more dragon. But here comes the statue. The statue's being hit once. He's gonna require
more hits. I think that's game with Daggerfall. Yep.
Yep, and the Imps also being played to increase the Daggerfall's damage.
That'll be a real quick 2-0 in Group D.
Showing the strength of the meta.
Mm-hmm.
And his grasp and knowledge of those matchups.
Yeah, really dominating. When it comes to that Nest deck that we just saw, it really felt like the Rampage was coming out too early.
Yeah, it came out a little too early, and kind of want to do it as your second spell. Mm-hmm. It's not optimal. Like, you could get 2 dragons, but it's not the optimal, not the optimal one spell you want at the first.
Right. I mean, you only get 2 dragons from it. Ideally, it's paired with Raging Reinforcements or Blind Date, and that way you have that 4 dragons plus 1.
Massive. Yeah. A huge, massive push. But in general, you also sometimes don't see it in the Nest decks. Sometimes they choose to run the double Daggerfall because that usually trades into other things better.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes, or even an answer like Chain Lightning or Fireball.
Chain Lightning. There's one you don't see very often these days.
It's still a good card. It's just
It's just
Just
not having
a
enough
little
love.
not loved right now.
I'm really surprised it's not picked more right now with the prevalence of the crossbow guild.
Because even then, the crossbow guild still doesn't do enough damage to the guild itself, which is the issue.
Yeah, but it clears up that entire line, and you can just like follow the chain with something else. But anyway,
Yeah, but
match
same
2.
can be said for Daggerfall.
It doesn't hit the whole line. Match 2. Cat versus Rat
Match
Dodo.
2.
That is
Well,
game
Cat,
1 at
this is
34.
It's gonna be an uphill battle for Rat Dodo. Cat's very known player.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cat and his Smurfs are all over the place.
Easy XD.
So we'll be going in. Are you ready?
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
2,
Here we go.
1.
Setsu and Volko.
This is the first. Is this the second or third Volko spam we see today? Will it be that?
Maybe.
And it looks like a Palace deck from Cat.
It does indeed.
The Whirly Scrat and the Cleaver showing right now.
Along with Rampage and Heal Ball. Ooh, there's the
He also
Golem. That's
uses-
definitely the new
there's the
version,
Golem.
if I'm familiar
Oh,
with
this could be the yeah, it is the Undying Skeleton Volko deck, which you kind of got added into the Volko spam or control deck, whatever you want to call it, to fight other Volko decks because it really works.
it.
Ooh, Lightning
Bolt
Bolt
will get the
is what
Whirly,
he
not
wants.
the Golem, though.
And he just played both Undying, so he probably doesn't have anything big unless I'm gonna be surprised.
Suddenly
patient.
Drone Force.
Suddenly Drone Force. No, he's holding a lot of mana though.
Yeah, there's a
There's the
Daggerfall. Daggerfall and Drone Walker. Probably not ideal.
Very-
He just didn't have much to play there. Golem's gonna
Here's the
kill
healing fireball.
Drone
Here's
Walker,
the
and here's the
jump.
face. Here's the big
Rampage is
push here.
coming
Setsu
very
there as
soon.
well.
Here
Here comes the
comes.
Rampage. That's a Colossus.
Colossus Volko with mid-range
But it's
units.
coming so late. It's not
And
enough.
here comes, and that's it.
Rampage to the face.
Push was set up perfectly by Cat, to be fair, and he got very unlucky with the lightning bolt.
Well, I don't know about very unlucky, but it wasn't the choice he wanted. That much
And
is true.
not getting the golem and getting the half health whirly.
Well, that's going to bring us to game 2 real quick.
Very
At
quickly
the
bring us to game 2.
40-minute mark.
Seems the players have switched sides for this replay.
They have indeed, which means I need to fix this number here. So, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Both Setsu!
There we go.
Where's the Setsu skins guy? Bolt versus Basic. Gotta show off that gold.
Gotta
It looks
show
like
off
we have
who's the
Raptor
pay to winner,
on
right?
the Palace deck now.
Yeah, he's gonna use it right back at him.
He decided to go right back at him. And very forward place early. I'm not sure if that was correct.
Especially
Especially
since it
with the
took so much
succubus and
damage.
the cleaver.
Well, there's
He's
that
playing it
cleaver.
way up. It seems like Cat has also opted for a Palace deck of some sorts. Yes, it is. Good
Stun
Stun Blast.
but
Into the-
unfortunately answered by
Black Hole by Cat.
And now that succubus is in a lot of danger, and there's not much to help her.
This is gonna come down to who can set up the more unstoppable push.
Well, this gets all
As
the way to
simple as
face
that.
there. That's a shock
is.
rock, and
But the
Cleaver
golem
will
should
get a
be able to
second
answer
hit,
it.
and
Yes,
so that's
good answer, good defense.
That's still 1,200 damage, though.
But at least it wasn't 3,000.
Can't have too many more of those, though.
Can definitely not have too many more. But remember that since this is a Palace versus Palace matchup, it can barely well be a 3,000 damage face push at any given time.
Here comes the rampage.
Here comes
That's
the
looking
rampage.
to answer this. Oh, plasma
Oh,
marines.
good Marines.
But the golem's going to hit
That's
the other golem, and that's actually going to be...
Good black
oh,
hole.
good
They
Lord.
both jump at the same area.
They both landed at the same time, actually. Oh.
Nice.
Golem can't find the other
Heal is not
golem.
there.
Cleaver
And
will
Cleaver
find it,
finds
though.
Cleaver survives the shock rock too, but the heal. Luckily for Cat, the heal was far away.
Oh, yeah.
If that heal was there, that could have been game, especially since Cat wasted so much
Well,
mana.
this golem's going to make it all the way to the face here. It's going to start applying 200
One.
DPS.
2.
And that's 3 hits for 600. Whirly's at the
Whirly
top.
is
It's going to
also on face, and
distract.
the golem has to go all the way up as well.
That's more damage coming in. Setsu gets off yet another reload. She has done 600 to the face by herself now.
And also, Rat Dodo has set up his second golem. He's setting up that push hit again, and it seems the Cleaver is an option. Daggerfall is the option to clear the Marines, but here comes the Setsu jump from Cat. It's probably going for the Succubus.
But he's going to
Misses
drop
the- Oh, but the
Drone Walker to
in the
distract.
way!
And his
the Drone Walker
own...
survived!
Yeah, Cat's black hole going to backfire here, actually. Oh, there goes the
Golem
golem.
down. Dodo's...
Oh
Oh, no!
my god,
Good
the block...
Was that a shock
the
rock?
black... Yeah, there was a shock rock there to end that. But the black hole there just barely too late to save the Cleaver. But it's fine, the whole push is cleaned up.
Oh,
Advantage,
now we
Rat
have a-
Dodo.
It's been reset again, but Rat Dodo does not have his golem in hand. Well, Cat already did, so that means Cat got the set up. He gets set up a golem push, and Rat Dodo has the Whirly. We have to see what they both decide. He decides to play the golem behind and have the Whirly tank. Daggerfall to clean the Marines.
There's Setsu.
Here
That's going
comes
to be
Setsu.
a heck of a distraction here. Golem's going to turn
Chooses
around.
to
They're going to
go for
start
the heal.
following. Stun Blast.
Clears the
That's going to
he
buy a
chooses
lot of
not to
time,
go
but the
there.
black hole, if he can time a rampage correctly here, he might still win this.
No, he
He
opts for
opts
Cleaver,
not
but
to.
he plays Cleaver back.
Oh,
And the golem survives the Cleaver.
I don't even know what to tell him to do here. He's going to try and jump,
Good
but
shit.
it's not
Good
going to
try
be
and
there.
jump.
Not in time.
Oh, the
anyway.
golem survives the jump too.
Mhm.
Thank God for Whirly.
Yeah, Whirly will clean it up just in time as well.
And now
But
it's down
Cat's
to-
got perk 3 now, and that's a big problem.
It's a big problem.
He's held that top bridge this entire time, and then that's really showing here. This is his window of opportunity to win here.
This is probably the last attempt that Rat Dodo has.
There's the rampage. There's the high-powered
Oh
laser.
my Succubus!
That wins it.
That's done.
Yeah, that may
No
very
way.
well be. He's got to find something, or it is over right here. Stun Blast's going to buy a little bit of time as Cleaver reaches the face here.
Okay.
He's got to play his
He has a
own
nice
Cleaver
Cleaver.
here, but then he gets
Oh,
it
gets
black
black
hole,
away.
and that will be the end of the game from Setsu's shot. And
And
that's
it really
2-0.
came down to Cat. It really came down to Cat holding the top bridge the entire time.
Mhm.
The scrap pack was the major difference maker this game.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, he didn't even really need to use it more than just the one time to take it initially, and from that point forward, it was never fought over, and he was able to even use it against like the Cleaver, which is soak up a couple extra hits. And,
And that's why that scrap pack, most versatile cards in the game.
mhm. 1 mana makes a world of difference. But we're going to move on to our finals now. That is Kazarico versus Simthier.
So we have Kaz, the almighty draft player, versus the guy that knows Smithier is
Simthier.
the guy that really practices the meta.
Mm-hmm.
Very two different styles of learning the game.
Yeah, we'll see who's more dominant here. The old man or the young punk.
Slightly middle-aged punk.
That will go down at the 49-minute mark.
Alright, count us down.
In 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Blood Storm.
Both storm.
Is this Kaz's ATG deck? I wonder. He does favor that deck.
I don't see the Tranquil yet, and I don't see the ATG yet, so...
He does have the Rampage and Daggerfall, which both do make an appearance in that deck. And I'm assuming Smithier is going with the standard control Storm list.
Might be, yeah. Of course, they might both be... Oh, yep, there's the ATG.
Yep, there it is. So where's Tranquil? Is it at the bottom of the deck?
Must be.
And there's the statue.
Scrat Horde is going to really quickly clean this up. There's the Rampage trying to make it better. Daggerfall to clear up the Scrats, and that is a Rampage living statue delivering 200 damage hits to the face.
But that's a ghost turret. How many hits is it really going to get? That's third hit?
Yeah,
4?
It got enough.
1,000 damage.
No Tranquil and ATG already.
EXP still pretty much the same. Here's the Tranquil Monkey that's been causing a lot of problems for some players. They don't know how to play against it just yet because it's so rarely seen.
It really punishes you if you're new, that's for sure.
Look at that. It's actually really good because I think the Crossbow Guild is spaced out enough for the hill. Nope, sadly the production speed is too fast.
No, Shock Rock will actually enable it to heal for a little bit there, and Daggerfall will clean up the rest of that guild.
And Arrow finishes off the guild. Here comes Kaz's new favorite card, apparently. The ATG. He has it in hand. Question is, when does he play it?
Not right now. He needs that living statue to get over there, and now that the Scrat Horde isn't ready for it, he might get a lot of work in.
I would assume Kaz goes for a monkey top.
There's the ATG.
The statue. Goes for the ATG.
ATG
Perk 2 Stormbringer.
Yep. Perfect time for it. Bam, 100 damage.
That's gonna get the ghost
Lightning
turret,
bolts
I think,
the Scrat!
Well.
That's a big problem.
That's not what you want at all.
And now that you have Rampage Statue and Rampage ATG just beating on the face, Daggerfall's not going to be enough to bring down ATG. That's actually going to be the game.
Yes, showing his knowledge off. He actually played the ATG as soon as he hit perk 2, so he was watching for it.
Yeah, that's the big thing about the ATG is that normally it's rather weak due to its lower range, but with marksmanship, he has the same range as all the other ranged units, at least as long as he has the EXP advantage against another Stormbringer. That's for sure.
And he did that, and he timed the push perfectly. As you saw, he waited, put the statue back, and I felt like Kaz actually knew that by the time the statue got to the bridge, he would hit perk 2.
I mean, it's not that hard to figure out when you're sitting at like 57.
Especially because he plays so often.
So our second game is going to be at the 52-minute mark.
I'm loading up.
Ready? Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
We have a Bulko and a Stormbringer. Is Kaz on the ATG again?
It's possible.
Looks like we have Bulko control. With the Disruptor Puffs. A very interesting tech choice by Smitter.
I don't really like Disruptor Puffs in a spam deck. Well, this Cleaver's really struggling to get across the bridge there against 3 Plasma Marines, and thanks to that Shock Rock, he ain't getting there.
He's got nothing but Puffs and a Reboomer in hand. He has to play something. He's just trying to wait for
a lot of ability to cycle. Here comes that ATG against a Volko, and I think
it's a Volko.
Yes.
I don't think he can answer it, especially now that he doesn't have both bridges. He has to get a bridge. To at least be able to bolt it down, but Here it comes.
He plays
ATG is
Cleaver in
on
that top
base.
lane to try and do something
And
here.
the living statue is going to keep this bridge neutral. He's not letting Volko have his way. Volko finally gets both bridges and kept neutral by
Plasma
Marines.
immediately take it. That ATG doing all the work, but in the back, Cleaver on the face.
Here comes Monkey. Monkey with its 45 damage per hit.
He's going to slowly poke that thing down as Rampage goes out to statue ATG and Plasma Marines. That's now a very serious threat over there. Cleaver trying to clean up a little bit, but it's not going to be enough.
Monkey's not on the bridge.
Monkey's on the bridge. That's the last shot.
Game. Volko controlled by Cavs.
Yeah. Just throw out an ATG when your opponent has no air response beyond 60 damage bolts.
Oh, it's 60. You're right. Kaz is right. I underestimated Monkey. It's 60.
Well, there goes that knowledge check.
Well,
like you said, players don't know about the card, and here's my caster not knowing about it either.
I think I got the other monkey. No, that monkey's 75. I'm bad.
Well, that's going to bring us to that is Kaz, of course, advancing to the main stage, and that's going to bring us to our other final battle of Group D and the final battle of the day. Cat versus Tyrion.
A rivalry, actually. These guys know each other really well. Always seem to find each other in the tournaments as well.
Well, we're going to see how well they prepared for each other at the 1 minute mark. If you are ready.
Alright, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
So, God, this is probably Tyrion in his favorite red golem, and yes, there it is. This is the red golem he uses on the ladder. And we saw Cat earlier with the Palace deck. We can probably expect that.
Why fix what ain't broke, right?
Exactly.
There's the golem.
There it is. The setup is started, and Tyrion, and that's a big call. It's a big call. So Tyrion knows exactly what he's up against. Starting a small rush, he's gonna set up a puff atop. Palace, especially the new version of the Palace deck, struggles with puff control. So it's going to be. Ooh, that's probably not what Cat actually wanted. The Whirly went to the Warrior, so it's not gonna help with his golem. The Marines
all those
to
blood
answer the
imps are going to
dragon.
get to walk in. You got the fireball. It's going to answer
so
all
fortunate. It's so fortunate for Cat. The Marines just got the dragon.
And now you have this giant push coming in here with the Rampage. This is looking to end it here. Got an Illusory being dropped behind to buy some more time. Scrats being constantly spawned to try and distract the Cleaver, but they weren't spawned quite fast enough, so Cleaver finds the base at 600 damage. There's a second hit. Golem walking in. Setsu clearing up the Marines here. Here comes the hit, and there is the game. Palace deck don't play around.
Play around. Tyrion knew it was coming, but he did not adapt to it. And it was very, very unfortunate because when you saw when Cat played those Marines and that they got the dragon, that stopped a lot of what Tyrion could do to answer that push.
He really needed that whelp to just keep ticking 50s on that, and it couldn't happen. It's really unfortunate. So
and that's a quick one for Cat. So Tyrion has to respond.
Yep, and that will be at the 6 minute mark. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
We see a Volko.
We do. I think he's had enough.
To be a control.
He's got
control-ish Volko. The mid-range Volko that we like. Yeah, the lightning bolt is probably in case Cat plays a Palace deck again, in which it looks like it could be. Because the lightning bolt, the new version of the Palace deck, suffers a little bit from lightning bolt because it doesn't run the small minions, but Cat's version has small minions, so it could be an issue.
Yep. Spawn the scrap pack, expecting it. Here's the beam, and it's gonna get the full
black
golem.
hole. No black hole. Probably not in hand.
Baby. There's the succubus. That's gonna get lightning bolted.
Lightning bolt away. And now Volko has boat bridges. He's playing this patiently. Doesn't want to, be caught off guard by a cleaver whirly combo.
Well, the good news is he's got that musketeer. There goes shock rock to the face. My hand is awkward.
No,
Do something.
My hand might be awkward. Comes the whirly.
Yep. There's swarmers going top because they can't help.
If I was
there, and there's the whelp.
There's the combo. The whirly drag, but the dragon. Oh no! The dragon goes on the cleaver, and now it's gonna get killed by Setsu.
The musketeer. He's actually going to arrive in time for this cleaver.
Good job, musketeer.
And that's going to be cleaver and warrior clearing up the back of the push. Meanwhile, swarmers were hitting face.
Yep. Swarmers, they're used to defend the musketeer because it does not receive its parry as it leaves a black hole.
Right. Puts it on cooldown for a moment. Succubus gets answered by lightning bolt again. And Cat's in a lot of trouble here this time. The golem's going to try and do something here.
The swarmers, though. That's not what you want.
Oh, that's actually going to be the game.
The parry.
Yeah, the Stent's little 40s are actually going to claim it there. And that's going to bring us 1-1.
Knowing each other really well. Both knowing each other really well.
So that's going to bring us to our absolute final game of this tournament.
Of the night.
Mm-hmm. That will be at the 17-minute mark, where we find our final finalist.
Do you think Cat brings back the Palace deck? Especially controlled really hard.
I would probably not. I would hope I have something else prepared. Maybe that would have gone his way if he had Black Hole for that beam.
You had Black Hole for that beam and the Scrat Pack for the Lightning Bolt.
So we'll find out. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
1.
It's Minion Master time.
They've switched sides, and
it's
looks like the Palace deck again.
He goes back to it. He's probably really comfortable in this deck, recognizing its strength in the current state of affairs.
Mm-hmm. And Darian, of course, running 2 sets of Swarmers here just to make sure he maintains that bridge control.
Me using the whirly at the back. Probably would let this whirly go if I was Cat, and then just set up a golem at the back and do something else. Exactly like that. He also goes for the bottom bridge where where the tank is away, so can avoid some damage. But lightning bolt right away.
That'll clean that up.
But not having the scrap pack in hand really caused an issue there.
But now the Succubus is going to be an actual threat here, unless she gets bolted down. But
we saw the Darian's deck earlier. It's a little heavier of the version here. So the real cleaver, so he probably doesn't have the ability to bolt it down.
Well, and they got quite a bit of damage in there, but Healing Fireball's going to turn it all back up. And now there's a real threat coming with Rampage. Another set of Swarmers is going to come out. Cleaver's going to come out to answer the Succubus.
Separation of the push right there.
600 damage to the face.
Cleaver finds space.
That Shock Rock to clean it up. He might find another. He did. That's 1200 damage.
But again, good job on Darian's head for separating that push before it actually became a really bigger problem.
Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, he gets about 400 damage on the face of Cat there. Not nearly as much, but then again, it's no Rampage Cleaver.
But again, the key is to defend.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the burn the bridges. He got perk 2. Good Black Hole to stop the damage.
And that's going to separate.
Ahead,
yeah, Setsu's going to be all by herself, and here's the beam. That's going to answer that whole push there.
Darian showing how to play against a Palace deck right now.
Mm-hmm.
Take,
How to take
Take
it?
notes,
How to take it to the late game against a Palace deck? There's Lightning Bolt. Bye, Succubus.
but you have to remember that one of the big strengths of the Palace deck is actually how much gas it can actually have. It can continuously set up pushes as long as the Master's still standing.
It just needs to get through once, and that's the scary thing. And it's being
at least
set up
here
right
you
now.
know-
The good news is there's a
The
whelp.
dragon. There's no answer for it on
There's the healing. Oh.
on cat.
Oh,
Here's
the
Setsu
early
jump.
actually distracted quite a bit here. Setsu's going to jump in with Shock Rock. Setsu's going to go back home thanks to
Against the
Lightning Bolt. That's Rampage. That's 600 damage to the face.
That's probably game.
Here comes another 600 damage to the face.
There's a warrior in the temple.
Oh,
No,
Warrior just in time to
They
answer
died.
the cleaver.
But the cleaver's reset. It's on face. Oh no, that's the warrior.
Warrior killed the cleaver.
What happened to the yeah? The warrior got to hit it.
Yep.
My bad.
Very last moment.
But here's the second problem. Setsu jump.
Mm-hmm. If Cleaver is timed properly, can't win it, but he needs to know exactly
Here it
where
is.
she is.
Can Darian pick the right? Or does
Hey, he got it out,
You got it out time.
but he can only do that one more time, and here's 120 health
Succubus.
up against this Succubus.
Done.
They're going to buy some time there. Lightning Bolt's going to buy
Lightning
more
Bolt.
time. 600 damage coming to the face here. Not going to
Marines
find it,
block
though.
it.
Marines. There's a
Real-
normal Cleaver.
Oh, the
Rampage
Cleaver-
is going to eat it. Here's all these Rampage Swarmers reaching the face right now. And just enough shots to force her to reload. She'll be ready for the next set of Swarmers. Even with them
question
Rampage,
is-
not enough.
The question is, does Darian have a cleaver in hand? Because he has
Oh,
to.
here it
He has
comes.
to pick where Setsu is. He has to make a quick decision here.
Oh,
he
no! Oh, it was so close.
Unfortunate on Darian's end there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It was
he took a gamble and he lost it. 50-50 shot.
50-50. 50-50s, boys. And that was a quick round.
Yeah, that was a very quick group.
Just went.
We just started, didn't we?
Yeah, it's only been 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I didn't have to
It's
make you
a-
stay
it's
too
very-
much longer. Any final thoughts on
Mike.
Group D there?
Well, we got to see a rivalry. We got to see the rivalry come back with Cat and Darian. So that was a good set from both of them. It's unfortunate Darian can't proceed.
Mm-hmm.
And Kaz versus Smitter was an interesting one where where Kaz showed you can answer Bulko control, guys, if you play perfectly.
Just play ATG and hope that they didn't take Propeller Scrats or a Whelp.
Nope.
Well, that will be our group stage for the day, and